basketball. Ain't so fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? What is this? What is this, chat? Not the New York Knicks blowing a 17-point lead in the fourth quarter at home. Nah, I ain't even listen. Let me stop trolling before everyone gets mad. I ain't even trying to go that route. That was one of the craziest games I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. That was one of the craziest endings I have ever seen. And I am going to be honest with you with how both the Pacers and the Knicks perform in the fourth quarter in clutch moments. I did not know what was going to happen. But somehow, some way, the Indiana Pacers do it again. Dark magic hoops, magnet ball, whatever you want to call it. The Indiana Pacers do it again. For those who are watching, you obviously already know the game that I'm talking about, the moment that I'm talking about. And it is this moment right here. OG Anunoby.
Indiana
Goes, does he miss the second one? I forgot. Okay, he makes the second one. He misses the first. The Knicks go up by 2.
2-point game. Indiana with it.
Knicks go up by 2. Hallie takes the ball up.
Halliburton.
Down by 2. He's trying to get something at the rim. Mitchell Robinson is right there. Has to stop. That's Big Mitch.
He'll take.
With 2 seconds left. Has the balls to take it back out. Shoots a prayer. A 3.
A 3 for the win.
Bounces high. And drops back in. And look at the celebration afterwards. Look at it. Look at. Yo, that boy cold-blooded, chat. Look at Hallie. That boy is cold-blooded. Now, after replay, it was found that it was only a 2-pointer. I thought it was a 3. I ain't gonna lie. But Jesus Christ. What a crazy ending. And then we go into OT, and we had a closer game in OT. But the Indiana Pacers pull away during, the last couple of seconds, last minute of overtime. A lot to take away here. Number one, again, ain't so fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? Ain't so fun when your team blowing the 20-point leads at home. Right? But just master what I'm telling you. First of all, at the beginning of this game, the way the Pacers started this game, they started the game 8 for 8. It looked like they could not miss. Like, it was crazy. And then the way the Knicks came back to and took control of a majority of this game was very commendable as well. But just all around, amazing performances. Tyrese Halliburton with 31 points, 11 assists, 2 turnovers. Shot 52% for the field, 4-12 from 3. With 4 free throws, only made 3. Made 3. Excuse me, 3 or 4. Jesus Christ. Aaron Nesmith, 30 points, 9 of 13 from the field, 8 of 9 from 3. Let me tell you something about Aaron Nesmith, man. For those who watched the game, the shots Aaron Nesmith was making down the stretch of this game, he looked like Ray Allen in his prime. He looked like whoever shooter you want. That is one of the craziest shooting stretches from a singular person I have ever seen. Aaron Nesmith is a dog. And I'm not going to lie. He is one of those players that I am really, in hindsight, mad that the Celtics did not give minutes because he was on the Celtics first and didn't give a proper opportunity. But I'm also happy for him that he has found his place in the league on the Indiana Pacers because he is absolutely one of the best role players in the league, one of the best 3-and-D players in the league, just an absolute dog that any team would love to have on his team, on their team. And for him to have the night that he had, I want to give a shout out to Aaron Nesmith. Balled the fuck out. Balled the fuck out. Right? On the other side, we have the New York Knicks. And OG. I'm not going to lie. You played great defensively, but offensively, you know, we can even point to the moments. But overall, offensively, a pretty bad game from OG over here. Karl Anthony Towns had a pretty monster game. 35 points and 12 rebounds on 11 of 17. Jalen Brunson had a pretty monster. I feel like no one... This is the most forgettable 43 ball at this point because the turnovers he made late in game and how he was taking care of the ball and also his shot making. This was not the fourth quarter, you know, closer Jalen Brunson that we've been used to. Jalen Brunson, that was not that guy today. That was not that guy today. Let me actually see what he shot in the fourth quarter, if I can find that now here correctly. Fourth quarter, Jalen Brunson. Okay, I mean, he actually didn't shoot well. He still shot well. But, yeah, Jalen Brunson, I think made a decent amount of mistakes that don't necessarily show up on this box score. My biggest takeaways from this game, I'm not going to lie. One, I'm not going to overreact and say the Knicks are cooked or anything like that. I am just excited for the rest of the series. The history between these two teams, this is a rematch of a matchup that we already had last season. The history between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks, you know, the battle of the point guards, all of that. I am so excited for this series, especially with how these two teams have been playing in the clutch in these playoffs. If games go down to the wire, you are going to see more of what we saw today. And I'm not going to lie, with the way the Pacers are playing, they will force the game to go down to the wire. Like, this is crazy. Definitely excited to see the rest of the series. This series is going to be blockbuster. If the Western Conference Finals is going to be a blowout, because that first game did not look good. But this series right here, y'all better enjoy every single moment of it. For real. To me, the biggest takeaway from this game, though, is once I've been saying it all playoffs long, all season long. Y'all have to stop sleeping on the Indiana Pacers. Y'all have to stop sleeping on Tyrese Halliburton. He took those overrated conversations seriously. And, you know, overrated doesn't necessarily mean he's bad and all of that. But with the way Tyrese Halliburton has been playing in these playoffs, showing up in big-time moments, that is not a player you call overrated. I'm sorry. That's just not it. Y'all got to put some respect on what the Halliburton and his game and how he's leading this offense to the places he's been leading them. 2 straight years of the Eastern Conference Finals appearances. I don't give a fuck about that injury talk. That offense he is the offensive engine of this team. He is the primary playmaker of this team. And he is putting on a playmaking masterclass out there. So shout out to Hallie. I don't know how they keep doing this, chat. Because what we saw tonight, just in these playoffs, this is not the first time this has happened. I believe this has happened at least two other times. Coming back like this is already insane. But the Indiana Pacers, this is the biggest difference that I've seen from the Pacers this season compared to last season. Because last season against the Celtics, it was actually the other way around. They were the one building up the big leads and kept on blowing it, especially late in the fourth. Their fourth quarter execution is so much better this year. I don't know if it's a coaching thing. I don't know if it's an experience thing. I don't know if just, the players just got better. Their fourth quarter execution is so much better this season, and I commend them. Commend them for improving the way that they did. You know what I'm saying? I also commend them for not breaking up what they had last season. Because again, I saw a lot of potential what they had last season. And I'm glad, certain teams just got to go through growing pains. Got to learn the hard way. Definitely learned the hard way last season. And they came out a better team because of it. Absolutely came out a better team because of it. There's just a lot of disrespect with the squad that I've never liked. People keep on discrediting them because of their path to the Eastern Conference Finals. But again, when in actuality, this is a very well-rounded, well-coached, deep, talented team being led by a great coach in Rick Carlisle, a championship-level coach in Rick Carlisle. And I understand they don't got Tyrese Halliburton may be the flashy name after the end of this series, but I understand they don't have the flashy names like a Anthony Edwards, like a SGA, or hell, even like a Jalen Brunson. I understand this is a small market team. I understand that, in the superstar hierarchy, Hallie still, he's still tiers below Anthony Edwards and the names that I just mentioned. I get all of that. But this is a pure example of a team where if you do not like this, if you do not like what you're seeing from this team, you do not like basketball. You're a narrative-driven person who only watches, for narratives. You know what I'm saying? You only care about storylines. And I don't like to pull this card a lot. And it's okay to care about storylines. But again, if you do not like the Pacers, if you consistently discredit and downgrade this team just because they're not flashy enough for you, which is crazy to say because the way that they play, they're actually pretty fucking flashy. But nevertheless, I think the litmus test this season for NBA fans and who really likes hoops and who just cares about storylines is ask them how they think about the Indiana Pacers. It will tell you a lot. With that being said, I don't want to yap it up too much. There's really not much to yap about for real. It is only game one. Excited to see how the Indiana Pacers build from this. Excited to see how the New York Knicks bounce back from this. But with that being said, I'm out of here, man. I ain't making no prediction. I'm just enjoying the hoops at this point. My team's out. All right, man. Peace.